I am just a girl. I am not a guru. I would love to aim for that. I definitely spent time in my younger years thinking, gosh, what will it feel like when I reach enlightenment? Oh my gosh, I can't wait. Everything in my life will be perfect. My desk will be totally organized and I'll say all the right things at exactly the right time. And, you know, my life will unfold in this magical way and everything will be perfect and I'll have nothing to fear and nothing to worry about and nothing negative to deal with. And then one day I just let it go. We are not here to be perfect. We are here to grow in our own understanding of what our soul came in this lifetime around to express and be and do and have and experience. It is not about perfection, it's actually about embracing your flaws, but at the same time, doing your part to raise your own vibration, your own self awareness and consciousness, because everything you do affects the quantum field and the consciousness of the planet. That is what we are going to be talking about today. Welcome to Infinite You. I am Dr. Sherry, and I've been on this really quirky, interesting, amazing, magical, sometimes treacherous life journey, as I think maybe in part as a reflector in human design. If you don't know what that is, likely if you're watching this video, you are very sure about what human design is. You probably know what your human design is. Um, but you may want to look it up. So Google human design and see what you come up with. Anyhow, I'm a reflector. I'm gathering information all the time and turning it into something that is meaningful and practical for you to discover how it can uplift you, inspire you, motivate you, help you feel warm and fuzzy so you can just set out and live a life aligned with your soul, your purpose, your passion. Feel really good about who you are, really clear about what you want to create, and then step into your zone of genius and create with soul fueled confidence. It's that beautiful, amazing, divine feminine and masculine, with the feminine like in the stillness and like bringing in those creative downloads, and then with that beautiful masculine energy, take aligned action and turn it into something amazing. And it's about impact and uplifting others. If And I want to say this, but let me finish my thought. It's really about uplifting others so you can create flow in your life. And part of that flow is abundance and whatever it is you value when you're clear about that, and freedom and a giant bank account and, all the things, whatever it is you know and can feel that you were meant to experience in this lifetime. How do you know? Because you're getting intuitive downloads all the time, right? So we have like our beautiful senses that help us sort of, feel around the world and observe the world and taste and touch and hear and all of that stuff. So we can interpret all of our senses along with our amazing intuitive sixth sense, so we can just continue to grow and expand. Every time generations come and go, and another one comes in, and another one leaves, and another one comes in, and this construct of time and space, reality passes, we humans are just getting better and better as creators, shifting the consciousness. You know who you are. If you're watching this video, you are likely being called. That is why I'm here. I want to just talk about that. And so I definitely spent a lot of time in my life thinking, meditating, tuning in, striving to be a really good person so I could in this lifetime reach this sort of Zen level of enlightenment and And then I just stopped because, like I said, having everything in your life being perfect, I don't know, is that what enlightenment is? Right? I don't think perfection is that. And so why did I start this video with saying like, "Oh, I'm just a girl and not a guru?" Because I think even for those of us that are on this path of self-awareness, of higher consciousness, of, you know, really like having that focus in our lives of, becoming wiser, becoming better for its own sake, not for anything else, to just tune in and get closer and closer to the potential inside of us that comes from that space of our soul saying, "You got this. You are so damn magical. Let's do it all. Let's do whatever it is you want." And there are infinite expressions for how that comes to manifest itself. And so I used to think, and I mentioned this in another video, I used to think that I was just sort of like type A personality, high achiever, can't stop, can't stop, can't stop. Granted, granted, most of us on the planet, other than these like newbie generations, we were raised with this idea of like hard work. There's nothing wrong with hard work. I definitely spent a lot of time in the space and consciousness of hard work, to the point where me making sure that I was responsible and working really hard threw me so far out of alignment, because I was just doing and thinking and not being and not clearing my mind. I was just in that super duper masculine energy all the time, that I created an imbalance in me, and I created an autoimmune deficiency within me. And I'm not saying that I'm solely responsible for that, but I definitely, you know, took part in manifesting imbalance and adrenal fatigue at a very, very extreme level. And so part of my mindset journey was, gathering my thoughts and my perceptions around, my body and healing, and shifting the way that I ate, the way that I thought, the way that I believed about everything. Like it was a total like deconstruction to get back to like who I really am. And that is what alignment really is. And I know I talk about alignment in most of my videos because it's huge. Um, just remember that. Remember that when you are living in a belief system that doesn't feel good to you, you get to shift that. It's not about perfection, because ultimately we are here to up level the collective consciousness and feel really good about what it is we are creating. So don't aim for perfection. It is not about perfection. And I think that this is sort of like the other bigger theme in this video. So I'm not a guru. I stopped, on my quest for enlightenment. And I said, as I said, I was a super type A personality, super overachiever. It definitely threw me out of balance because I didn't understand the idea of flow, which I'm going to really go into flow in a different video. But I think for right now, what I was really getting at is I really needed to just take a step back and really tune into what I valued, how it worked for me. Because I don't think, looking back, granted, yes, I was overachieving, type A personality. I was definitely brainwashed into thinking, programmed into thinking that that was the only way to be. And so I really had to take a step back and look at the little pieces of that programming that made me me. Hard work can be amazing, but aligned hard work is magical, right? I'm definitely not here to say, ah, don't work, just hang out all day long and blah, blah, blah. No, 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 no. The divine masculine is definitely wanting us to take action to get our feminine energy ideas and creative downloads like into physical form. So I'm definitely not saying no hard work. I'm just saying there's a different way of looking at it. And I believe that my type A personality over the years was really more about me always being tuned into my soul and just listening and just taking really cool risks and just dreaming big and being in wonder and being in awe. And that was really what I was going for. But I think when you're in that mindset, that multidimensional mindset of like free flowing and like I'm leaning in my intuition and it feels really good and blah, 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 there are times that, the outcome doesn't always work out the way that we may have wanted or intended or had even imagined, right? So we never know exactly what the outcome will be. We're just sort of in that flow space. And I think that in those moments there were times that I made choices that I thought were really intuitively good, and in many ways they were amazing because I came out of the other end of it like much wiser, much more self-realized. But at the same time, I definitely, in that wisdom and on my own personal journey, and what I really want to get to today is no matter how much we grow and learn and become self realized, I don't know what the guru state is like. I don't know what the enlightenment state is like. I just know that I'm like a person on the planet and I'm doing my best to do the right thing, choose the right thing, be kind, be creative, listen to my soul, honor my personal relationship with source, with God, and just uplift everyone around me. But what happens when we are being human? What happens when we have, thoughts or reactions or moments where we are, vibrationally butting heads with another human being, or someone disappoints us or someone hurts us, or we find ourselves in a space of like personal self judgment or the judgment of someone else? There's always room to observe and to grow, because in those lower vibrational places of judgment for ourselves and others, or engaging in lower vibe conversations or relationships, or when we worry, worry is huge, right? Worry is an energy that lets the universe know that you're just not trusting the process. Tune into the vibration of worry the next time you worry. It just doesn't feel good. And when it doesn't feel good, it is not an aligned feeling. Think of something else, anything else. If you're in worry mode, stop. Look around you. What are you grateful for? Find a way, practice a way, lean into a way, shift your perception and your mindset, shift your inner game to gratitude, always landing and back into a higher vibe. We're not perfect. Human beings are flawed. It's a part of this beautiful, incredible journey. And we all feel that. We can feel misunderstood. We can feel like no one is hearing us. We can feel like we're all alone. Think of the big thoughts that are, running in the background of some of your personal themes in life. And simply know that they're a part of you. They're the three-dimensional human part of you. They are a part of your conditioning. They are a part of the choice that you are making to hold on to that particular thought or belief. You don't have to. And so the next time you're, in that lower vibration mode, I want to say this, and it's going to sound a little bit strange. If you find yourself, bumping energetic heads, or like quite literally, like just sort of like not seeing eye to eye with another human being, or you're feeling judged, if you are in a high vibration and you're doing your own personal work with self awareness and constantly like being in that space of like just tuning in and observing in a very gentle way. It's not about judging yourself at all, but just really tuning in, observing your thoughts and beliefs, and just seeing if there are any really amazing nuggets in there for you to make a flip, a switch, right? Or a shift, I guess you could say. I think I had flip and switch and shift all kind of like in my head at once. So, but think about those moments when you don't feel heard, when you are worried, when you are misunderstood, when you're irritated, all of those things. They are amazing, normal, human feelings and emotions and experiences. What can you do to flip them? The first thing you can do is decide that that vibration is lower than where you are now in your experience. So it doesn't mean that you have to get rid of it, but you can kind of acknowledge it and say, wow, that was a low vibe way that I responded. That was a lower vibration thought that I had about that conversation or that person or that judgment about myself. And then just pause and know on a deeper level that it is just not true for you. I think, and I know that there are many people on the planet that are very familiar with all of the biblical verses, and I am not one of them. But I do have to say, because I've heard this, I've read this, and intuitively I can feel it. I think that when Christ said turn the other cheek, he was talking about it from a vibrational standpoint. So I don't know like your faith, I don't know your religion, I don't know, where philosophically, spiritually you're coming from in any way, shape, or form, but just purely from like a wise person who walked the planet the way Buddha did, the way Krishna did, right? In that Christ consciousness, or Yogananda, like all of the beautiful, amazing gurus that have like been on planet Earth. Just really think about vibrationally, what can you just let go? What can you just release? Worry, be in awe. Worry, be in wonder. Anxiety, flip that vibration into a thought that pulls you out of that anxious space. Because at the end of the day, ultimately, at the end of the day, you are part of the quantum field. You are part of the universe unfolding. You intentionally came here. It is not a coincidence. There is no accident about it. You came here to experience you, your life, yourself, your soul, and the world around you in this moment in time, in this era, in this new consciousness of moving from third, fourth dimension into fifth dimensional reality, right? We're just going to be more multidimensional because the 3D world, there are really cool things in this world. If you take a step back and think about the beauty of this planet, what an amazing gift to just be on this beautiful planet and have the gift of knowing that you are creating. So, do not aim for perfection. You get to navigate your life from three-dimensional reality and just being a human if you feel like it, And being human is an amazing thing. I love being human. I love climbing mountains. I love tasting a good wine. I love making a nice meal. I love laughing until I want to cry. I love reading a good book. I love seeing funny things on the internet. I love hugging my mom. I love telling the people that I love them. So being human is such a brilliant gift. Lean into the energy of it. Lean into the bigger understanding and the fifth dimensional energy. Lean into the bigger understanding that there's so much to be grateful for just simply by being here right now. And like I said, it is not about perfection. It's really about if you are being called to participate in this new awareness in a really profound way. You know who you are. And really enjoy the process, have fun. And, if you're on an enlightened path, if you're on an enlightened journey, that's amazing. More power to you. I love that. I just kind of like decided, I was just simply fine, like becoming self realized and doing my part to uplift the consciousness. Wherever you are on your journey, I know that when you are a purpose driven seeker, when you are a heart centered entrepreneur, when you know that you are being called to live a spiritual life on a very spiritual, self realized path, just know, you know, allow yourself, forgive others. And remember that this lifetime is so darn short. Why not just lean into the magic of it all and trust life and surrender to the universe? It always has your back. That is how it works, even when it doesn't feel like it. Just remember. I will put a link for something really cool in the description box below. I'm not sure what I'll put in there yet, but some really cool freebie that I hope that you can use and that you will enjoy. And yeah, and I think I actually have a thing for you to create your timeline too that is a really cool exercise, and it's ridiculously inexpensive. So maybe I'll put that in there too, and I'll make a note of that right now. Um, yeah. Okay, great. So I will see you next time. Enjoy the journey, enjoy the process. Remember high vibes, alignment will create an amazing feeling, an amazing flow. You are eternal, expansive, wildly creative, infinite, unstoppable. You got this. I will see you next time, and have a brilliant rest of your evening, day, middle of the night, wherever you are in the world. And I will see you in the next video. Namaste.